Hello and welcome to the National Portrait Gallery, which as you can see is in an interesting state, a state I've never seen it in before, because it's in the middle still of this big rebuild they've been having. When I say the middle, no, they're near the end now actually, and one person who's playing a big role here, as everybody who comes will find out, is Tracey Emin, who has kindly agreed not only to show us around this interesting space, but to pick out a few of her favourite portraits here. It's the three Bronte sisters, but wasn't it the brother that painted it?
Yeah.
It's exciting because all these pictures are under bits of paper, under bits of plastic.
The reason why I love this painting so much is because at some time it's been folded in four.
So it has.
And I really love it, the fact that it's still here, and the subject matter is so important, and it hasn't been repaired and it hasn't been mended.
But it's nice, it's sort of naive, isn't it? The actual picture is, he's obviously not a trained artist, but he brings something very personal and then naive to it.
Yeah, but also look at their eyes. They look like they're sort of about to have some kind of psychosis or something. There's something going on. If someone was to tell me that that was a séance about happening, I would believe them. If someone said, this is three women in the 19th century having a séance, I think, oh yes, so it is.
You're right, it's kind of
spooky.
Look,
and then I wonder if this was him. I wonder if he painted himself in it. And then it probably tells us right here. But listen, when I go around the museum, I read the stuff afterwards. First of all, I look at the painting, think all the thoughts that I have about it, and then see if they match up with other people's. I've never done that with this painting. Always when I've come here, I've looked at, when it was upstairs, looked at this painting and always been mystified and felt it magical that it's in this state of disrepair and it's still here hanging up, and I just think it's brilliant.
Yeah, I love the magic shaft of spooky light coming down the middle of the séance.
Yeah, but it could be a séance very easily. But it actually looks like that could be some sort of spiritual person. But as I say, I really think it is probably him, because there's going to be four of them.
I mean, you've done séances and things?
I've done lots of séances. I was brought up doing séances when I was little.
Your mum used to do tarot and séances and things, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. And my nan.
So
my
what's
whole
this
family.
then?
This is someone that I knew painted these paintings. This is Luc Freud room, and I think this room is going to be so beautiful and so exquisite. This one is for like what I call one of the unfinished ones, with all the white. And I like it that it's unfinished because I think there's something mystical about it and something much more spiritual, and it's like otherworldly, and it's a bit like the Bronte sisters again. There's another worldliness. It isn't just simply what we see, and we understand the portrait, we understand the face, we understand the energy, but it's like it exists in another realm, in another world. Could be heaven, could be hell, could be falling, could be sleep, could be dreaming, but it really doesn't look like it's part of this world. I think after Lucien's death, I think there won't be anybody like him again that's doing that kind of intensity with that. And also, for all the people who sat for Lucien, they said it was really intense. It wasn't just like sitting there, laying there. It was like a real mindful thing, what was happening, like with the energy, and like there was a kind of transference between him and his sitter. And that's because I would say it was his energy that he was painting within the person, this sort of like amalgamation of like mixture of souls and things happening. So I don't think they're as straightforward as portraits. I think there's some other energy, some other thing happening, and I particularly like the unfinished ones.
What's interesting hearing you talk, see that you think when you come to the National Portrait Gallery you'll see, Nelson and Winston Churchill, and portraits are there to be a record of somebody important, aren't they?
Yeah.
But that's not the ones that you like. I mean, of course Freud is important, but you're talking more as portraits as a reflecting people's inner life or their spirituality.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking for the soul within the portrait. I'm not just looking for a likeness. In fact, I don't really care about the likeness. That's not on my high list of things. For me, it's kind of like the energy that the painting has. Is it an image of someone, or has something been caught? And it's the same with the photography that's here as well. Some of them just look like sort of kind of flashy, sort of fashiony sort of things, and others you think, oh my God, like you could almost dive into the people's eyes and never come out again. So, yeah.
Whose eyes are we going to dive into next then, Tracey?
Mine. Actually, even though my eyes are closed.
God, you were gorgeous. Well, you are gorgeous.
I
But,
was then, I was young
yeah,
then.
you-
This is the last thing I said to you is don't leave me here. And this is in my beach hut. When this was done, the beach hut was actually in Momart storage, and all the storage people, all the guys working there at Momart were all walking around, everything. And we rushed in, I took my clothes off, and then we just did the photo. So, and I had to check out the beach hut to make sure it was all put together properly and everything, because it just come back from San Francisco. But I love it because it's like praying, or it's like another spiritual thing of like come into something and being grateful for something, and it's like a sort of prayer. It's
But you've got a kind of exotic vibe with your bangles and your gold necklace and stuff.
yeah, but I always used to wear I still wear quite a lot of jewellery compared to other people, but yeah, all my jewellery there is all Turkish, and then the necklaces, the earrings are Turkish, and the bangles are Turkish. Yeah. But
I remember seeing it. I'm trying to remember where I saw it.
Yeah.
Was it in that Minneapolis show?
no,
That was just the
That
tent.
was the tent. But this is what's quite interesting. If my beach hut had been back in London in time, I would have shown that at the Tate at the Turner Prize in 1999, and not my bed. I only showed the bed because I didn't have the hut.
That's an exclusive.
Yeah,
But you've never had any trouble going naked or...
no, but I would now.
Well.
Don't feel so confident. But no, I'm not. I haven't got a problem with it. And also it's art. It's a different thing. It works in a different way. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
So what were you trying to do with this image?
I was trying to say goodbye to the hut. Because the hut had been on the beach for a long time in Woodstock, and we spent every summer there in the hut and everything. Slept in the hut, cooked in the hut. And the hut, I really loved this beach hut, and I was also so grateful that it had come back, managed to make its way back across the Atlantic, and then it was going off again. So,
Bye-bye, hut.
bye-bye. Last thing I said to you is don't leave me here. Yeah.
Oh.
And here we are, we're in the death mask room. God, it's quite eerie that I'm in here. I'm so glad I didn't die a couple of years ago. Or
So we've got the Death Master, Dante Gabriel Rossetti, Oliver Cromwell, Ellen Terry, and...
Tracey Emin.
Now, Tracey, you're not dead,
No.
right? So why make a death mask?
Because at the time when I made this, I felt dead. I felt like all the life was coming out of me. I was completely broken-hearted. I felt really like my life was coming to an absolute end. And I decided to make a death mask. And also once I'd been to Sweden, I'd seen Munch's death mask as well. I thought it was really beautiful. And I thought I'd like to have a death mask. And so that's it. It's really, if this said, I don't know, some other time in history, you'd believe it was really...
Yeah, but also it doesn't look like you.
No, but it is me. It's
Yeah.
completely me.
It obviously is you.
That's what you look like when you're dead. But someone said to me, I think it was Lynn Barbara, she said to me, never as a death mask look so alive. That's it. But I was alive, I suppose.
Sleeping gently.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful, isn't it?
But you don't think it looks like me?
Well, not really. No, I don't. And if I saw that, I wouldn't say that's you. The nose looks more sort of pointed. Well, you've got quite a pointed nose.
Yeah, I've
haven't
got a
you?
small pointed nose. But I used to hate this because I used to think it made me, I was thinking, oh God, I wish I'd done something about my chin. It looks like I've got a double chin. Now I look at this and I think, Christ, I wish I looked like that now. But anyway, it was an interesting phenomena because to make a death mask of myself, I had to obviously be very still and have completely and I was quite shocked at the finished thing, that it looks so ancient, and it kind of did, you're right, it is me, but it also doesn't look like me. Going back to my point about portraiture,
Yeah.
it's me in my dead form. Yeah, but it's quite brave to make a death mask of yourself when you're. But I made this was made over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So, but it's great to be in this room of such great
Yeah.
dead people as well.
Perhaps you have to be really, really young to make a death mask that early.
Yeah, I think so, because I think if I did it now,
It'd be a bit near the grave,
yeah,
wouldn't
exactly. Yeah, people go across a bit morbid. But I felt very broken-hearted. I felt like I was dying around the time of making this. So to me, it seemed like a true conviction, a true thing.
Yeah.
So
It's a wonderful object.
that I never in a million years, over 20 years ago, thought my little death mask was going to end up with such great dead people. It's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Well, thank you so much, Tracey. It's been a pleasure walking with you right up until your death.
Thank you.